G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show and podcast on the internet. I hope you're doing all right. Well, there's been a little bit of flurry, well, when I say a little bit of a flurry of action, it's been a youth avalanche at Tottenham Hotspur with 13 players being signed up to the under-18s roster. Lots of names there, lots of names. Two that sort of leap out at me for no particular reason. One is George Feeney. He's 15 years old, might even be 16 by now, but he's from, I think he's born in Wales, comes from lives in Northern Ireland, playing for Glentoran. And he was actually playing for their first team last season, scored a goal at the age of 15. So I reckon that's pretty impressive. And don't you give me this, it's only Northern Ireland rubbish. There's been plenty of fantastic players coming out of Northern Ireland. There's another world famous George I can think of for a start. But don't forget our very own Tottenham's own Jerry Armstrong. Jerry Armstrong, who's one of his finest moments was scoring the goal against Spain in 1982. Our household went absolutely nuts and bonkers over that one because my mum's from County Tyrone. So that's exciting. That's exciting for him. Welcome Tottenham, young lad. And the other name that leapt out was Ronnie Moncur. And I thought, that's an unusual surname. You don't get many Moncurs around. I wonder if he's the son of the former Tottenham player John Moncur, a player that I remember seeing when I used to go to White Hart Lane. Not very often. He was more of a reserve player. I think he came through the youth system at Tottenham. So I'm thinking, there might be a family connection. And it turns out, sadly, no, that's not his dad. It's his granddad. So, so, blimey, did I feel some arthritis settle in when I thought, oh my Lord, so I saw his granddad as a youth player. And here I still am. Oh well, the oil of Ulay ain't working, it's not cutting it. But that's good, family connection. John Moncur played more for Swindon, ended up having a decent career at West Ham in the end. So there's two names now, there's 11 other names there. I'm sure David Harris, the Irish Hotspur, or Jack Kanicki will be onto it. That's one of the things I like, well, many things I like about their channel, but they do focus on the youth quite a lot. Something I'd like to do. Super chats and memberships are available if you want to help this channel out. But at the moment, they're the one-stop shop for all youth news. So I'll have to have a quick scour and see what they reckon of these new developments. It's a strange old thing because I don't know. I think back in the day, you'd get like one or two YTS people in every year, and now it seems to be a whole. It's basically a transfer market, isn't it, going on at youth level, which is incredible. I don't think there'll be too many of them polishing and cleaning boots and sweeping up the stadiums, or maybe they will still do that. If I was Ange, I'd bring that back. People talk about bringing national service back. No, bugger that. Bring back washing, cleaning boots and cleaning toilets when you're a football apprentice. That'll do instead. That'll do instead. So big times there. Now another related sort of football news around the traps. I saw, so apparently UEFA, bless them, bless their little cotton socks, have got this rule where if you own more than one club in Europe, right, it's pretty simple this, bear with me. If you own more than one club in Europe, they can't compete in the same European competition. Pretty simple, you get it, I get it, but apparently if you do actually own more than one club, then for some reason it's okay, because Manchester City and Manchester United have both been cleared, as well as their other teams that those guys own. They've been cleared to play in the Europa League and the Champions League, which begs the question to me is, why is there that rule in the first place? Look, I don't like this whole multi-club ownership stuff. I don't like it. Just kind of turns clubs into feeder clubs, which I prefer to happen a bit organically instead of through contracts and red tape and stuff like that. I don't think it's fair for competition. But apparently Manchester United, I think in particular, they've done some shuffling of the P under the cups. So, of course, you know, in this super duper capitalist world of big high finance, you can create trusts, shell corporations, and as if by magic, you don't actually own the club sort of anymore. But that's what the reason was that UEFA gave, because they've restructured, but they still own them, don't they? They didn't like give them away, but I suppose there's enough layers of obfuscation and smoke and mirrors in there to keep UEFA happy. And the final bit of news I saw was that, well, it wasn't an opinion by someone, but the whole Manchester City 115 charges shenanigans could take another couple of years to sort out. Another couple of years. Absolutely outrageous. And I believe it's this weekend when the boys are back in town. The players walking through, all wearing silly overpriced clothes and big spangly watches. We'll be able to see who's smiling, who's not smiling, who's looking a bit jolly and who's looking a bit lean and mean and ready to get up and going, as they all walk uncomfortably past the social media person standing in the corner. So there you have it. John Moncur, man. I couldn't believe it. That's his granddad. That's the second spate of feeling old in 2 days, because yesterday I was looking for stuff up about Fred Dynage. Because I haven't been in England for so long, whenever I look up these people, it feels like I've been in a time capsule, because I remember Fred Dynage as just being like the B-grade Dickie Davies. He was on How, he used to pop up here and there, but apparently in my absence he's had a whole career, and the thing that made me laugh was, it was a true, it still makes me laugh this, a true crime series called Fred Dynage Investigates, and I still can't get my head around that. Now there was one more bit of Man City news. No, I've done it all. I think we're in the clear. I'm looking forward to seeing the boys coming back in as they get warmed up. Hearts of Midlothian, our next titanic foe in the dramatic theatre of football, and that's only in 2 weeks away now. So we can all come out of our little bear caves that we've been hibernating, especially if the Euros have not been lighting your candle so much, and I'll be back into the watch along swing of things. There's a jogger just nearly back into the watch along swing of things, starting with the Hearts game. Can't wait. I'm really looking forward to some football action. Till next time, folks, peace and love, man, peace and love, and come on you Spurs.